Marshmallow, comforting demulcent herb. Marshmallow is one of those gentle, old-world herbs that feels like it was made for people who run dry, inflamed, and overtaxed. When herbalists talk about soothing plants, marshmallow is almost always near the top of the list. It is soft in both appearance and action, with a velvety feel to the leaves and a naturally mucilaginous quality that translates in the body as moisture, protection, and comfort. This is the herb you reach for when tissues feel raw, scratchy, and irritated, whether in the throat, lungs, digestive tract, urinary passages, or on the skin. Botanical identity and habitat. Botanically, marshmallow is known as Althaea Officinalis, a perennial member of the mallow family. It typically grows to about 3 to 4 feet tall, forming clumps of upright stems topped with soft, pale pink flowers that resemble other mallows. The leaves are gray-green, softly hairy, and somewhat heart-shaped to triangular with shallow lobes, and when you rub them between your fingers, you immediately sense that pillowy, almost plush texture that hints at its emollient nature. In the wild, marshmallow tends to favor damp, low-lying ground, marshes, ditches, and the edges of wetlands, thriving where the soil holds moisture and where many other plants might struggle. It is also salt-tolerant and can grow in brackish or slightly saline conditions, which is one reason it has long been associated with coastal and marshy environments. Plant parts and traditional uses. Every major part of this plant has been used by humans in some way. Traditionally, the root has been the star, especially in medicine, but the leaves and flowers are also valuable. The root is thick, pale, and rich in mucilage, a slippery, gel-like substance that emerges when the root is macerated in water. This mucilage is primarily composed of polysaccharides that can form a soothing, protective film over irritated tissues. The leaves and flowers are less concentrated but still demulcent and are often used when a gentler, more delicate preparation is preferred. Historically, people not only used marshmallow as medicine but also as food in lean times. The roots could be cooked as a vegetable, and young leaves were sometimes added to dishes much like a mild green. Respiratory system support. One of the most beloved traditional roles of marshmallow is in respiratory health. For a dry, hacking, non-productive cough that feels like sandpaper in the throat, marshmallow has been used to coat and calm the irritated mucous membranes. When prepared as a tea, especially a cool or lukewarm infusion of the root, it creates a slightly thick, smooth liquid that many people find very comforting when they have sore throats or hoarseness. Herbal practitioners have long combined marshmallow with expectorant herbs for bronchitis and chronic irritation of the airways, allowing it to soften the dryness and reduce that tickling, persistent urge to cough. Even lozenges and syrups traditionally drew on marshmallow's mucilage to create soothing, lingering contact with the throat. Digestive tract protection. The digestive system is another major arena where marshmallow shines. When the stomach feels hot, irritated, or raw, this herb offers a kind of herbal bandage. The mucilage can line the stomach and upper digestive tract, helping to protect the underlying tissues from acid and mechanical irritation. Traditionally, marshmallow root has been used for gastritis, peptic ulcers, reflux, and general inflammation of the gastrointestinal tract. Rather than forcing a strong action like a stimulant laxative or harsh bitter, it works by cooling and coating, giving irritated tissues a chance to rest and heal. It has also been used when bowel movements are uncomfortable due to inflammation, whether that shows up as mild diarrhea or constipated stools that abrade the lining. The goal with marshmallow is often comfort, not force. It helps the body do what it is already trying to do, but with less friction and pain. Urinary tract soothing. The urinary tract is another place where marshmallow's soothing qualities have been appreciated. When urination is accompanied by burning or rawness, as can happen with mild cystitis or general irritation, marshmallow root preparations are used to bathe those tissues from the inside. In such formulas, marshmallow does the nurturing work, lessening the discomfort while other herbs help the body address the underlying infection or irritation. Again, the primary theme is moistening and buffering, protecting delicate mucous membranes from constant contact with acidic urine and mechanical stress. Topical and skin applications. On the outside of the body, marshmallow has a long history of use for the skin and soft tissues. When made into a poultice or soft mash, the root or leaves can be applied to sore, inflamed areas, bruises, minor burns, insect bites, dry or itchy patches, and even older wounds and ulcers. The moist, emollient quality helps soften hardened tissue and ease discomfort, while its mild anti-inflammatory and wound-supporting tendencies encourage gradual recovery. In traditional European herbalism, marshmallow was used in fomentations and salves for sprains, aches, and joint discomfort, sometimes combined with oils, waxes, and resins that contributed additional warmth or protection. For very dry, cracked skin or chapped hands and lips, a marshmallow-infused oil or cream brings that same softening, protective touch you can feel in the fresh plant. Constituents and herbal actions. The plant's chemistry supports these traditional uses. Marshmallow contains significant amounts of mucilaginous polysaccharides, which are responsible for its slippery, gel-like texture when extracted with water. Alongside this, researchers have identified flavonoids, phenolic acids, tannins, and other compounds that contribute antioxidant and anti-inflammatory effects. Some laboratory and animal studies have explored its potential for wound healing, showing that extracts can support tissue repair and modulate inflammation. This combination of demulcent, soothing polysaccharides with more active, protective phytochemicals explains why marshmallow works both as a physical shield and as a gentle, physiological ally in healing processes. Historical confection connection. One of the most charming cultural footnotes about marshmallow is its connection to the original marshmallow confection. Long before modern marshmallows were made with gelatin and corn syrup, early recipes used the starchy, mucilaginous root as a base. The root was cooked and whipped with sweeteners, producing a soft, spongy treat that doubled as a remedy for sore throats and coughs. Over time, industrial production replaced the herb with cheaper, more shelf-stable ingredients, but the name marshmallow remains as a faint echo of that herbal origin. For herbalists, the story is a reminder of how closely food and medicine once overlapped. Preparation methods and experience. In day-to-day herbal practice, marshmallow can be prepared in several ways, and the method you choose shapes the experience. Cold infusions of the root are classic. The cut or powdered root is soaked in cool or room temperature water for several hours, sometimes overnight, producing a pale, somewhat viscous drink. This approach preserves the mucilage especially well and is favored when the goal is maximum demulcent effect for throat, lungs, stomach, or urinary tract. Hot infusions and decoctions can also be used, and some people prefer the comforting warmth of a gently simmered root tea, even though heat can change the texture of the mucilage slightly. The leaves and flowers tend to go into more standard teas, often blended with other herbs for respiratory or digestive blends. Tinctures exist as well, though they are usually seen as complementary to, rather than a replacement for, the water-based preparations that fully express marshmallow's mucilaginous nature. Garden cultivation and conditions. In the garden, marshmallow is both ornamental and useful. It is a hardy perennial that can tolerate cold winters, making it suitable for many temperate climates. The plant does best in full sun, where it can put on good growth and flower generously, but will tolerate very light partial shade. Soil-wise, it is adaptable, growing in light sandy soils, heavier clays, and loams, though it truly prefers conditions that do not dry out completely. Mimicking its natural marsh edge habitat is ideal, a rich, moisture-attentive soil with regular water. Gardeners sometimes plant it near ponds, in swales, or in lower parts of the garden where water naturally gathers. Once established, it develops a substantial root system that both anchors it and serves as the medicinal harvest. Propagation and patch management. Propagation can be done by seed or division. Seeds are often sown in spring, either under cover and then transplanted or directly into prepared beds once the risk of frost has passed. Because the seeds can benefit from a period of cold, some growers sow them in autumn and allow natural stratification outdoors. Young plants should be given enough space, typically around a foot or two between individuals, so that each can form a good clump. Dividing older plants is another way to expand a patch. Segments of the root with buds can be lifted and replanted in early spring or autumn. Marshmallow is not usually aggressive or invasive, but will settle in for the long term if given the right conditions. Harvesting roots, leaves, and flowers. Roots are generally dug from plants that are at least 2 years old, often in the autumn when the aerial parts begin to die back and more energy is stored below ground. At this stage, the roots are fleshy and rich in mucilage. After lifting them from the soil, they can be washed, sliced, and dried for later use, or processed fresh into preparations. Leaves and flowers are harvested in summer, ideally on dry days after the morning dew has lifted. They can be used fresh in teas or poultices or dried gently in thin layers to preserve their color and softness. In terms of safety, marshmallow is generally considered very mild and well tolerated for most people when used in typical tea or food-like amounts. The main consideration is its mucilage, which can slow or alter the absorption of oral medications. For that reason, it is usually advised to separate marshmallow and prescription drugs by a few hours, giving medications time to enter the bloodstream without interference. As with any herb, anyone on regular medication, pregnant, or managing chronic conditions is wise to check in with a knowledgeable practitioner before using marshmallow intensively or long-term. Thanks so much for spending this time together today. If you found this video helpful, let me know your thoughts or questions down in the comments so more herbal conversations can grow from here. If you haven't already, subscribe, and tap the notification bell so you don't miss future videos, and please share this with a friend who loves herbs and natural healing as much as you do.